first poem is called My Ex-Partner Was an Artist. My ex-partner was a painter, very talented. He could paint anything. I remember a client asked him for a painting of a broken heart. He never really hesitates to say yes to a painting, but this time he did. It took a moment, but he agreed to paint it. So we headed back to his house, and as soon as we walk in, he heads straight to his creative space. This became his routine. I would come over and he would be painting. It took longer than his other work. This one took so long to finish. I always wondered why. So I asked, "What is taking you so long with this painting?" He replied by saying that he had never seen a broken heart before. So how could he paint it? I shook my head and laughed and said, "Use your imagination." Every day after that conversation, he would stand in front of his canvas for hours, thinking, meditating, painting, trying to get the perfect picture of a broken heart. This painting started to take a toll on our relationship. As he got closer to the finished product, he became distant from me. His whole life became this painting. I became just somebody in his space. He turned into an entirely different person. Never in my life did I feel unsure about him until these last few days. In his arms felt unsettling and tight. Only in his arms is when I remember when I used to feel so safe. We had another talk, but this time it was an argument. By the end of it, tears filled my eyes and I said, "Why are you acting this way? What did I do for you to treat me like this? All because of a painting?" And he replied, "I need to paint a broken heart. I had to break yours to see what one would look like." Wow. So the painting was finally done, almost like he carried it out until it was done to tell me. Me knowing was the final piece. The canvas was full of bright and dark colors of red and black. Cuts shown in the heart looked so real. He used my heart as a model so that he could paint it. So I left. Days later, he tells me every time he looks at the painting, he was looking at me. Looking at the cuts he painted reminded him of every harsh word that came with it. The deep color of red reminded him of the anger he built towards me. The calm blue circling around it reminded him of the apology. He painted the heart split in two. One side was larger than the other. This reminded him that we are broken apart, but he wanted to paint my side, walking away with more of a chance of finding its way back to being whole again. He wonders how he was able to paint hope and power into this piece of art, even in its brokenness. And he realized it was because he was painting me. The woman who now exists only in his dreams. The woman who carried everything within him and still was able to carry herself. The woman who breathes spirituality and peace into his ears and still had enough to breathe for herself. The woman whose heart was so big and open to loving him and only him. And the woman who tried after many failed attempts. He realized I gave him everything, and he gave me some things, but I still left with everything. He props the painting up and gets it ready to be sold to his client. His signature is written in small but bold letters, so everyone can see that he is the one who did this. This was the best painting he had ever seen. My ex-partner was an artist.